The Swift took off to a solid start when it first went on sale back in 2005. It hasn't looked back since and continues to command a loyal fan following. So in this video, we will find out what works in its favor and what doesn't. Maruti Suzuki's brand adds to the Swift's success. Having a Maruti car means you can find a sales outlet and a service center even in the most remote parts of India. This also makes it easy to get the original spare parts either from the service center or a dedicated spares outlet, all at a very nominal charge. Besides low and easy maintenance, Maruti cars are also known for returning high fuel efficiency, thus helping keep the total ownership costs low. The new Swift strengthens this aspect with a 25.75 kilometers per liter mileage figure for the AMT. Even the manual transmission variants offer 24.8 kmpl, although it fails to breach the 25 kmpl mark. The new Swift starts at 50,000 rupees higher than the outgoing model, but for that higher cost you also get a bunch of standard features like halogen projector headlamps, front, side and curtain airbags, ESC, HSA, remote central locking, rear power windows and a rear defogger. Some of these features were earlier either available in higher variants or not available in the Swift at all. If you are open to considering the top model of the Swift, then you'll get added features. The top-end variant of the Swift gets features like rear washer wiper, rear camera, a larger 9-inch touchscreen system with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, automatic climate control, rear AC vents, auto LED projector headlamps with DRLs, keyless entry and go, power mirrors with power folding and cruise control. Despite coming across as a reasonably loaded car, there are a few missing features which we have come to expect from a car costing almost 10 lakh rupees. The base model of the Swift is quite well loaded for the asking price, but the mid variants not only offer poor value for money, it also lacks several must-have features. For instance, the mid-spec VXIO variant or even the top variant doesn't get a front armrest, which is available in cars like the Mahindra XUV 3XO at a similar asking price. The rear camera and cruise control are reserved for the top-end model. Both these features are available in the Grand i10 Nios Sport and Sports Executive variants, which cost about 1,70,000 rupees less than the Swift ZXi Plus manual. The Swift has always had a 4-cylinder engine. The displacement has varied over the years, but the refinement and rev-happy nature of a 4-cylinder engine is near impossible to match with a 3-cylinder engine. It also reflects in the engine specs, as the new engine makes max power at 5,700 RPM, while the old Swift's engine made peak power at 6,000 RPM. As an enthusiast-friendly car, the Swift's 3-cylinder engine doesn't do justice to the Swift brand name. While 3-cylinder engines are not only more fuel efficient, they are also cost efficient. So this move comes across as a cost-cutting measure, especially when Maruti Suzuki already has an efficient 1.2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine in mass production. As if the 3-cylinder engine wasn't enough, Maruti Suzuki also didn't bother adding a turbo petrol engine, which it already has in production. The Tizer and Fronx get this 1-litre turbo petrol engine, and it would have been a good fit to go with the Swift's hot hatch personality, while leaving the efficient engine for those who value lower total cost of ownership more than performance and drivability. While the new Swift prioritizes lower ownership costs with a more efficient 3-cylinder engine, the lack of a CNG powertrain option at launch suggests that Maruti Suzuki haven't chosen a clear path for the Swift yet. If lower total cost of ownership were a priority, the Swift should have launched with a CNG biofuel option from day one. After all, Maruti Suzuki has the biggest market share in the CNG segment. If the poor feature distribution wasn't enough to keep you from buying the mid-spec variants, then the value angle certainly should. Even if you consider the base LXI variant of the Swift as a baseline for the incremental asking price, the mid-spec VXI and VXI-O variants offer terrible value for money. It offers such poor value for money that we'd rather suggest you buy the lower LXI variant, even though it doesn't get many must-have features. So now that you have a well-rounded understanding about the new Swift, let us know in the comments if you choose this hatchback and why. If you have any queries, reach out to us on our social media handles as well.